Assalamu alaikum. If you are trying to learn Arabic, especially the modern standard Arabic or the Fusha, then there are three things which you have to study. As-Sarf, An-Nahwu, Al-Mufradat. Al-Mufradat are basically vocabs which you have to memorize, but these two you have to study. So what I will do is, instead of giving you definitions and long explanations, what I will do is, I will tell you, if you were to learn Nahwu or Sarf, what will you basically learn? So we will start with An-Nahwu, which in English is called syntax, or you can even say grammar. So if you learn An-Nahwu, then you basically learn how sentences and phrases are made in Arabic and how words end or how to vocalize a final letter in Arabic. This is the simplest explanation which I can give. So what I will do is, I will first give you examples of how words end and how to vocalize the final letter in Arabic, and how the vocalization of final letter affects the whole sentence. Then inshallah I will give you a short demo of how sentences and phrases are made in Arabic. As for vocalizing the final letter or ending the final letter, I wrote down few sentences here. I don't claim to have the best handwriting in the world. Honestly speaking, I don't even believe it. Anyway, Hazal Masjidu Kabirun. This mosque is big. Ana zahibun ila al-masjidi. Ana zahib means I am going ila al-masjidi, to the mosque. Dakhaltul masjida. Dakhaltu means I entered al-masjida, the mosque. So as you can see, all these three sentences have the same word, al-masjid, 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 but the ending of each is different. Here it is do, here it is be, here it is ra. So this is basically what you learn in Nahwu, along with the whole sentence construction, how you end or vocalize the final letter. For example, this is do because it is the original form and there should be a reason for it to change, and plus the combination of these two is coming as subject, and this is the because of the preposition ila, and this is the because it is coming as an object for the verb dakhala. And if I were to add inna here, then this becomes masjida. And if instead of inna, if I were to add kana, then this will still remain do, but this will change into kabiran. So if I remove kana, then it will go back to normal. And if I add imamu here, then this will become al-masjidi, but now the meaning totally changes. Now it means imam of this mosque is big, maybe he might be. So anyway, when you are reading an Arabic text like Arabic books or Arabic newspaper or even Arabic magazines, then you will not find harkat there. So if you have a good vocabulary, then you will not struggle that much with regards to starting harkat or vocalizing the starting letters of the word. But you might not be able to vocalize or end the final letter correctly if you don't know Nahwu. Well, you might say that why is vocalizing or ending the final letter that important in Arabic? Honestly speaking, it is one of the most important part of Arabic, because a wrong vocalization of the final letter can totally change the meaning of a sentence in Arabic. Like, I will give you an example. One of my teachers once told us that he attended some Khirat competition in Maharashtra or somewhere in India, and there was a Qari who was reciting an ayah from Surah Baqrah. The ayat is وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنَّ, which basically means that when the Lord of Ibrahim alayhi salam tested or tried him, or when Ibrahim alayhi salam was tried or tested by his Lord. Our teacher told us that he heard the Qari reciting it as Ibrahimu Rabbahu, which now means that Na'udhu Billah, Ibrahim alayhi salam tried or tested his Lord instead of Lord of Ibrahim alayhi salam testing or trying him. So by just switching the harkat from here to there, the whole meaning of the sentence changes. Or you can listen to this famous speaker who is reciting the Hadees of the Prophet ﷺ wrongly. I will put his clip, then I will say what wrong he did.
हदीस है, आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया और कहा बगैर सुनी इस हदीस को क्या फरमा रहे हैं आप? वल्लाहु ला युमिनु, वल्लाहु ला युमिनु, वल्लाहु ला युमिनु, अल्लाह की कसम वो ईमान वाला नहीं
Now you see in the clip, the actual words of the hadith are Wallahi la yu'minu, which means by Allah he does not believe. Then the Prophet ﷺ goes on to say who is that person that who does not believe. So the waw there is called waw of qasam, and the word that follows it have an e ending, like wallahi, which means by Allah, which means by Allah that you are swearing. But if you were to read it as the brother is reading, like wallahu la yu'minu, so if you were to just read it as wallahu la yu'minu and put a full stop there, then it literally means that na'udzubillah, Allah does not believe. From by Allah he does not believe, that some person, now it becomes na'udzubillah that Allah does not believe. The brother is not a concern here. The concern is pronouncing the final letter wrongly. So now you can see the seriousness or the importance of properly ending the final letter of a word. As for how sentences and phrases are made, then inshallah I will give you a small demo. If you don't understand it, then don't worry, because I am not teaching you anything. I am just trying to give you an idea. So here is a demo. You don't need to understand this, just trying to give you an idea. This is just a glimpse. I am not trying to explain you anything or give you examples. I am just trying to give you an idea. So if anyone is interested, then inshallah I can create a 15 to 20 minutes of video trying to discuss all major topics of Nahwu. So anyway, so a word in Arabic is divided into ism, fi'l, harf. Ism is basically name of anyone, anything, pronoun, adjective, adverb, etc. I don't need to give any examples. If you want an example, then I am ism, everything ism. Ism is divided into masculine and feminine. Masculine in Arabic means mudhakkar and feminine in Arabic means muannas. Then it is divided into definite and indefinite. Definite in Arabic is called ma'rifa. It is further divided into 7 types: alam, zamir, ism ishara, ism mawsula, mu'arraf, fi'al, mudafil al ma'rifa, and munada. Those are the 7 categories. And indefinite in Arabic is called an-nakira. Fi'al means verb. Any word describing an action that has a tense is called fi'al. The tenses of Arabic are al-mazi, al-mudari, al-amr. Al-mazi is basically past tense. Al-mudari includes both present tense and future tense. And al-amr is imperative. Imperative means that you are basically ordering someone to do something. And that which is not ism and fi'al is basically harf. Anyway, so a love in Arabic, I don't know how to translate the word loves in English. I honestly don't know. The closest I can think of is a spoken thing. So a love in Arabic can be kalima, that is single word, or it can be murakkab, that is compound or combination of words. So if it is murakkab, then it is further divided into murakkab tam, which is also called jumla mufida or complete sentence, and murakkab an-naqis, which is called phrase or incomplete sentence. So if it is murakkab tam, then it is further divided into jumlatul ismiya, which in English is called nominal sentence, and al-jumlatul fi'liya, which in English is called verbal sentence. We will get back to this in a minute. And murakkab an-naqis has various different divisions. The most famous ones are these 4: murakkab al-tawsifi, which in English means adjective phrase; murakkab al-idafi, I don't know its English equivalent; murakkab al-jari, in English you can say prepositional phrase; and murakkab al-ishari, which you can say demonstrative phrase. Now back to murakkab. So a sentence that starts with a noun is called al-jumlatul ismiya, that is nominal sentence. And jumlatul ismiya should have 2 things, that is al-mubtada wal khabar. Al-mubtada in English is called subject, and al-khabar in English is called predicate. Here is an example. And a sentence that starts with a verb is called al-jumlatul fi'liyatu, which in English is called verbal sentence. And in jumla fi'liya, if the verb is intransitive, you can Google intransitive verbs, then it should have 2 things, al-fi'l and al-fa'il. Al-fi'l means verb, and al-fa'il means the person performing the verb. And if the verb is transitive, then along with fi'l and fa'il, it should also have maf'ul, that is object in English. Here are the examples. I'm not going to explain this. Maybe some other time. As for murakkabat or phrases, then murakkabat tawsifi, which in English is called adjective phrase. It should have two things: al-mawsuf was sifa. Sifa means adjective, and mawsuf basically means the one for whom the adjective has been used. Here is an example. As for murakkab al-izafi, which I don't know its English equivalent, it needs two things: al-mudaf, al-mudaf, wal-mudaf ilayh, and murakkab al-jari, which in English means prepositional phrase. Then it needs two things: al-jar wal-majroor, and murakkab al-ishari, which in English you can say demonstrative phrase. Then it needs two things: ismul ishara and mushar ilayh. This was just a glimpse of starting few chapters of Nahwu, because if you were to look on the index of any Nahwu book, then the list is quite very big. So this was just a glimpse of starting few chapters, nothing extraordinary. And one more thing, you don't necessarily need to learn Nahwu like this, because this is kind of, you can say, a traditional way in Indian subcontinent or even elsewhere. Now there are many different ways which you can learn Nahwu. And as for sarf, which is termed as morphology in English, then so if you learn sarf, then you basically learn how to conjugate verbs and how words are made in Arabic and how different words are derived from a single root word, which inshallah I will give you examples in another video. Assalamu alaikum.